Good morning, beautiful. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tracy and it's Tuesday and I thought it would be really cool to do a work week in my life. I am working both jobs today, Thursday and Friday, and I have dinner plans with my friend Keish on tomorrow, so I thought I would bring you guys with me. I'm gonna prop you up while my coffee, right before I put my coffee on, I started to journal. Um, this is kind of like what I do scripting in now and what I do kind of set my intentions for the day and the weekend. So one of the things that I was setting my intentions for in my journal this morning was my finances. I am on this debt-free journey and I have done very, very well. I am so grateful for being faithful and sticking to Financial Peace University and not trying to reinvent the wheel and not trying to create doing things my own way. I'm so grateful that I started at baby step 0, getting my 4 walls in order, making sure I had no late fees coming in. I got everything current, which is baby step 0. So there were no little nitpicky late fees creeping up everywhere. And baby step 1, my $1,000 in emergency fund, I'm at $990 now, so I need to put $10 in there when I get paid on Friday to round us off to a solid 1,000. And I'm so grateful that I started with the debt snowball, which is baby step 3 to paying off my debt. I do have one debt left. It came in the mail yesterday. This debt is over $18,000. It's actually $18,559 to be exact. I know how much it is. So anyway, yeah, I'm so grateful for all those things because there have been a few changes in my life. When I started my debt-free journey, I worked 40 hours on a full-time job and I worked between 12 and 24 hours a week on the part-time job, and honestly I couldn't physically keep that pace up. I was overly tired and I found myself making a lot of mistakes because I was tired, and those mistakes did cost me money sometime. But I'm grateful at the same time that I did it because I was able to get my debt down so low so fast. But now I work 30 hours a week on a full-time job that I absolutely love, and it's the best job for me. It's the best job for my mental space. That's just, how I can put that. It's the best job for me emotionally and mentally. So I don't want to change that. I would love to get more hours there, but right now it's not an option and it's fine. But on my part-time job, in the year 2020, I had planned on no longer working weekends. And my boss came to me at the beginning of September and told me that I no longer had to work weekends past September. And I almost cried because I was so happy, you guys, because like I said, I'm just exhausted. And I was so happy because that fell right in line with my prayers. I had been praying to God to get my debt and my bills to a place where I could control everything with just my 30 hours on my main job and use the part-time income to pay down this $18,000 debt. And that looked to be what the plan was. And so on Thursday, when I went into my second job, my boss did an evaluation and I did get a pay increase, which I thought was great, would definitely kind of balance me out as far as what I no longer have for the weekend, even though the weekend hours is a really nice chunk of money. Like I said, I'm overly exhausted and I really need to learn how to live fully on the main job income. And so we get a message from my manager on the second job last night saying that Instead of working 5 to 9 on the evenings that I work, I'll be working from 5 to 8, which cuts my pay again. So honestly, I kind of don't know how to feel, you know. It just really means that I have to truly focus and really start living within that main job income and not relying at all on the second job income. Because at the end of 2020, I want to let the second job go anyway. So there are going to be a lot of changes for me. And it's interesting because I'm already doing little things without knowing. I promise you, when you really be praying, God will show you. He will bring different things to you, and you don't quite understand them, or you don't quite get them. And you guys, they could be small things, but they really add up to big things. And one of the things I'm talking about is just reusable menstrual products. I won't have that expense of purchasing those every single month. You know, say for instance, my tampons are $10 a month. And some months I have to buy 2 because it may be a heavier flow. That's $120 a year that I no longer have to spend on tampons. And if you put in sanitary napkins, that's another $10 a month. That's another $120 a year. So now we're looking at a savings of $240 a year just on those 2 items alone. So you know, that's what I'm trying to say. There are small things that are happening that affect you in a big way so that you can really start living your dream life. I just don't want to spend every week, every day, every month working this hard. I don't want to do I don't want to do it. I'm exhausted. I'm really am, and I'm mentally exhausted. So this is why I decided to go ahead and pick the camera up anyway, because typically I wouldn't discuss these things with you and I wouldn't let you see me in this state of emotion and being this tired. But this is just the reality of the situation when you think you have a plan and you don't, and you're trying to create something, and you feel like obstacles are coming upon you. You definitely just have to see what's going on, and you have to see the beauty in it, and you have to see the God in it, and you just have to keep on going. So that's where we are this morning. We're gonna go ahead and grab our coffee, put our lid on it. I have oatmeal at work that I'm gonna eat with some apple on top and maybe a little peanut butter. And for lunch and dinner, I'm having taco soup. And yeah, let's go ahead and get this week started. Morning. How are you this morning? I am so late this morning. Actually, my alarm goes off at 6 a.m. every morning, and I didn't even hear it until 6:23. So I am really late this morning. It is super cold. It's like a winter morning cold out here. It is so cold. I stepped out of my apartment this morning. I was like, what? I had planned on wearing a sweater today anyway, but I didn't realize it was going to be this cold. I was just about to say I can smell. I just finished the gas station, so I have wet ones in my car. After I get gas, wipe my little hands, and it smells good. It was a new package. But anyway, feeling very grateful that I don't have a set schedule. All I have to do is get 30 hours a week at my main job. My boss doesn't care how I do it. So feeling very grateful for that. Also feeling grateful for cash envelopes right now. I got paid 2 weeks ago because I get paid again this Friday. And it's been a really foggy 2 weeks. We'll talk about it when I do my next live video, but I don't remember stuffing my cash envelopes, but apparently I did. When I woke up this morning, I was very upset and feeling uneasy. First of all, because I had slept past my alarm. But then when I wake up in the mornings, especially in the morning like that, where I am super tired and foggy and kind of don't know what day it is, I always look in my planner to kind of see what day it is and where I am. And my planner said I was going out with my friend Keish tonight. When I first woke up, I just didn't remember that. And I knew that I had to put gas in my car this morning. I was actually supposed to leave for work earlier this morning, but obviously I didn't, because my light came on the way home last night, but I didn't feel comfortable stopping at the gas station. So I just thought I would just, leave the house a few minutes earlier, not make coffee, just make coffee at work, which I have to do anyway. And when I was looking at my planner, I was like, oh my goodness, I was supposed to go out with Keish tonight. But I just, in that moment, I don't know why yesterday when she and I were making plans, I didn't think about the money then. I was just thinking about us making the plans. And so I was looking at my checking account and I was like, I don't have the money to go out with Keish tonight, as far as my money in my checking account goes. What's in there I didn't want to spend on dinner. It's rent. And so I pulled out my cash envelopes and there was $50 in my entertainment budget, which is my dining out, hanging out, and there was $50 in my gas envelopes. I was like it was just another sign from God that everything's gonna be all right. So I'm so happy that I did put that money in both of those envelopes that I did. I think it's just habit now, because I don't remember, you guys. I don't remember. Let me make this turn. I don't remember stuffing those envelopes, you guys. I just don't remember it at all. But I'm so grateful that I did, because we're gonna have a good day. We are all the way on full this morning. Let me light you guys up. There I am. We're all the way on full now. We have the money, because the reason I had $50 because Keish got a new job and I really want to treat her to dinner tonight. I love Keish, she my girl, so I really want to treat her tonight. Morning, beautiful. Happy Friday. We are headed into work this morning. It's really nice weather today. Yesterday was really busy, so I didn't get to talk to you, but I wanted to catch up with you this morning. Today is payday, and I remembered yesterday when I stuffed my cash envelopes 2 weeks ago. I remembered yesterday because it was 2 weeks ago on a Friday, and I have started going to the bank on lunch. I can walk to the bank, so I've started walking to the bank on lunch, and that's something that's kind of new for me. I guess I've been doing it for maybe this is my 4th paycheck doing it, and so I kind of have forgotten, because typically I would drive to a bank, which I had always done previously, and I just forgot that now that I walk. And so today I'm gonna walk to lunch again to the bank. But yesterday I did my insurance. It's open enrollment here in America. October 16th through October 31st, you have to elect what insurance package that you want for the next calendar year. So on Wednesday, I walked over to our company's corporate building. We were having a benefits fair, and I have something called HSA, which is a healthcare savings account, and the insurance that I elect has a high deductible, but I have an HSA, and I really don't go to the doctor that much. So my deductible for my insurance is $1,750, so it's $1,750. So here's the real cool thing about it. Last year I signed up for the same insurance, and I signed up for the HSA. And one thing that I didn't realize last year that was explained to me this year: number one, a healthcare savings account is money that you keep forever, that you get to retire with, that it's just a savings account that you have as long as you're alive. I don't know if you can transfer like benefits to someone else when you die. I don't know about that part. I'll find out today. But it's a healthcare savings account, and you put money in it, and it's just always there. So it does roll over from year to year. It's just always there. And what I found out, I told you guys a while ago to make sure that you're make sure you're pimping your company's benefits. And I was just telling you a few little things, but I told you guys about filling out the questionnaire that takes about 45 minutes, and my company gives us $240 on to the healthcare savings account, which is so cool. So just right off the bat, you get $240 just for filling out questions. That's it. It takes 45 minutes out of the course of your whole day, hell, your whole year, and you get this $240. So I always do it. Then if you don't smoke, our company gives you just like a $20 credit on top of that. So now we're looking at $260. So I did all this last year. I did the HSA, I did everything that I just told y'all. But last year, when I looked into my HSA account, I looked into it about the middle part of the year, because it's what I use to pay my therapy copay. And when I looked at my HSA account, it was a lot more money in there than it should have been, and I was confused, but I ain't do nothing about it. I didn't call the company. I just thought, that's not right. I'll call them tomorrow. I'll call them next week. I'll call them Monday. None of those days actually ever came. So when we had the benefits fair, I was like, well, let me go over here and find out what's going on. When I got to the benefits fair, I got distracted by a friend, and I didn't ask the question of why I have so much money in my account, but I did ask the question, like, does it roll over? I'm not losing any of this, right? No. So that's when I learned the difference between a healthcare savings account and a flexible spending account, an FSA. A flexible spending account is just a certain amount of money that you have that you can put into an account to use for medical benefits, but it doesn't roll over. You don't get to keep it, and if you don't spend it, you lose it, and it's your money, and it's kind of shitty. So I was so enamored with the fact that I could have this healthcare spending account, healthcare savings account, even at retirement, that I kind of forgot the question of why is there so much money in my account. You guys, if you signed up for individual benefits like I would, because I don't have any children and I'm not married, our company, my company, gives you an additional, are you ready? $750 per year. What? I went into my account yesterday and I was looking because I'm understanding a little bit better, and I'm looking to my account, and on January 7th 2019 my company dropped $375 into my HSA. On July 7th 2019 my company dropped $375 into my HSA. They split it up just in case you leave in the middle of the year, you won't have all of their money. But you guys, that's my money forever, just for being employed. You guys have got to do better than me. I'm telling y'all to pimp y'all job, but even though I did pimp them last year, I didn't even know it. You guys, check into all of that. That is so amazing. I was so happy about that. And so I have a little over $600 in my HSA right now. I do have one more therapy appointment for this calendar year, next in 2 weeks. So that would be $35 that comes out. And my account, actually, they do, I think I pay about $20 a pay period or something like that for my HSA, my own contribution. So what I did this year is I did the math, and to make sure, because I didn't do this part last year, but this is something that my coworker Julia explained to me yesterday, which huge thank you. And I did hug her. I hugged her after this conversation. But she said, your HSA, you just need to make sure that your deductible is covered. She has a family plan, so her deductible is more than mine. My deductible, like I said, is $1,750. So I did the math, and I just made sure that by the end of the calendar year, I would have $1,750 to cover my deductible. So if there's any medical situation that I have, you guys, my deductible is covered. I would still have to pay 20%, but I could just set that up into payments, and then on the next calendar year, pay that with the HSA. So it was just such an incredible lesson yesterday. Now, I say all this. My company also has a requirement for your retirement. You have to participate in the retirement program. It's not optional. So I get my paycheck stub yesterday. That junk short. It short 3%. So I was like, hold up, what's going on? Anyway, it's 3% pre-tax, but it did hit my bring home pay, so my paychecks are a little bit shorter. So you guys know I'm trying to make sure that I only live within my main job income. So we gotta really sit down, take some time, and do some serious math to make sure that I am doing everything. I'm taking advantage of every program at work, that I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. So there's a half of me that's nervous about all these new changes, and then there's another part of me that's so happy for being able to take more time for mental clarity. My mind is always all over the place. It's always very inconsistent. I'm always very tired. I'm always trying to figure things out. I'm always just fuck, I'm always just I feel like I'm on a hamster wheel with my emotions and how I'm feeling physically, mentally, and all that. So I'm happy to be able to take a little time to think a little bit better. So I know every single thing is going to be fine because I have the tools. Even if my money gets weird, I have the tools now to budget. I know what to do to make it work. Whereas in the past, I have to remember that. I have to remember that power. In the past, I had no fucking clue. But I have a clue now. I have a blueprint. And it's just a matter of me sitting down and putting pen to paper and making it work out. And that's just something that you guys know, I'll get paid and sit down and do my budget for the month. I'll already have cash in my hand and try to do my budget for the month, or I'll scribble my budget for the 2-week pay period so I can go to the bank and get myself in cash on loss. Like, I just have to, this new schedule will allow me to be much more consistent and doing the right thing and doing better for myself. So even though I am having like these unsure feelings and emotions, everything actually is fine. It's just a matter of me taking a minute for self-care. Honestly, it's self-care because it does mess with your head. So just to take care of myself and sit down and do the budget the way it should be done. All right, I love these little ramble sessions, don't you? I will see you guys at work.